Hello Master Persuaders, Ivan here, and what I want to do today is to give you a little insight into what's happening at our next web workshop. And it's all about how to stop objections stopping you getting a new client. And the reason I'm doing this is very simple. I missed one of the steps I want to talk to you about. Not that I missed it, but I didn't do it properly and it cost me some grief. So I want to stop you getting that grief. And I also want to explain exactly what's happening in the program. Well, look, objections. You know, here at the Persuasion Projects, we like to flip things over so that they're positive. Objections are terrific. The reason they're terrific is they tell you where you made a mistake in how you presented what you did. Maybe where your processes is broken because that's why the objection's coming off. Or maybe it's that you need to alter how you're talking about what you do so that it makes it more understandable and easier to grab hold of. So there are three things we're going to talk about in the web workshop. And three things I really want to share with you to give you an easier pathway to getting through objections, conditions, whatever you want to call them, because they're actually gold. You can learn a lot from them. First thing is, how do we design a presentation so that they don't come up? In other words, it's kind of like designing a customer experience. What you do when you design a customer experience is you go through, where's all the friction points? And if there's a friction point, do we put something in there to make it smooth? Or do we just go, you know what, that one's not fixable? We're going to do that. The second thing we're going to do is we're also going to have a look at how you diagnose. Is what the person's saying real to them? Is it a smokescreen? In other words, they're just looking for more time, or they're not sure about you, or whatever else. And the third thing is it something that is a structural issue you need to deal with so that it is actually something that needs to take place? Because look, people do ask for more time, they do ask for more information. I get that. This is the series of questions you go through to make sure you're understanding what you're facing, and also, and this is the big point, so that you don't play tennis. Objection tennis. And objection tennis is, I'm going to hit you an objection, you hit me an answer. I hit you an objection, you hit me an answer. And that goes on and on and on and on and on. And that sucks. So I want to show you the quickest way to get around that. And the third thing we're going to have a look at is how you decide. And this is the one that clipped me up. I have a process where I go through and say, here are the things I want to understand about my potential client so that I'm happy doing business with them as much as they're happy doing business with me. A couple of weeks ago, I had somebody that I didn't do. I really liked them. And when they started talking to me about some of the things that they were going to do, objections, whatever, I didn't pick up the signs. And I want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. So, because it was grief, and I actually ended up having to sack a client, which I really don't like doing. My issue, not theirs. I just caught it late. Let me share with you what that was. So, web workshop. Join me. Find out how to make sure that objections don't stop you getting a new client. Okay? See you then. Bye.